Hello lovelies, it's LT or Soul, and today I wanted to do a little fun ranking video on how likely each DBD killer would date you. I don't know, I thought this was a fun topic to do, but anyways, let's just get into it. I have DVD pulled up, and I also have a photo of all the recent killers just so I don't miss anybody. But to start off with the basic killers, we're gonna do Trapper. So honestly, I feel like Trapper is menacing enough, but honestly, I think under all that brute force and bear traps, he's definitely dateable because he strikes most of us as the most average looking, not average, good looking guy. I don't know what I was saying with that, but the most normal, I guess I should say. So I'd say definitely dateable. Next, I'm gonna go for Rave. I feel like he's tricky, but also at the same time, good luck getting past the nurse if you intend to date the Rave, since those two are hooking it up in murder paradise. But given that he is single and he's interested, I feel like Rave is the shy type and would be more than interested. Just definitely gotta break through a couple walls and trauma to get to his heart. Okay, next is Billy. So if I were to replicate his personality from Leatherface actually has tried to be with a woman in one of the movies, but this is Billy. So I would say Billy is definitely a really clingy type. Like, he would never let you go anywhere without his permission or letting him know, which I think would be most of these killers. But I would have to actually say Billy is I'd say no. I don't think he would be very dateable. Not that he can't communicate, so it would be impossible, but I feel like he doesn't have any awareness of what love is. But so I would put him in the not dateable category. I think I'm going to do 3 categories: dateable, not dateable, and fuck no. But it'll probably just be those 2. Next, I want to do Nurse. So Nurse, I feel just the same way with Rave. If you can get those 2 apart and you actually go for one or the other, I feel like Nurse is dateable. I feel she's caring and she's still human, and you could remind her of how nice it was to be human and honestly contact more of her humanity side than what's left of her. So I say definitely dateable. Okay, Michael Myers, my king. As much as I want to say Michael Myers is dateable because he's my broody silent knight, he sadly wouldn't be dateable. He has no feelings. He doesn't care about anything but the satisfaction of murder, which says a lot from him being included in a group of serial killers. So sadly, as much as I would say Michael Myers is so dateable and I would be the first one there, he's not. He would just add you to the count. Then you would have no chance, sadly. Okay. So we have Hag next. Hag, I would say, is also not dateable. Hag is really a broody type of gal who is more interested in her own witchery and spells and all that, but truthfully told, I don't think she would be interested in dating at all. I think she would like the idea of attention to make her feel less lonely, but I feel as if you would be nothing but a little voodoo doll to her, so I wouldn't say dateable. Next I want to do the Doctor. The Doctor is a fuck no. He's the first one in the fuck no tier. No. And of course, honestly, I would put Michael Myers in the fuck no tier, but I mean, come on, it's Michael Myers. I can't do that. No, anyways. Doctor's a fuck no. He feels nothing. He would absolutely torture you to death. No joke, no funsies. Literally torture you to death. Fuck no. Stay away from him. Okay, Next we have Huntress. Huntress is very dateable, yes. I mean, in her lore, she kidnaps little girls and she takes care of them because she lacks the idea of how to actually take care of something, but you can tell she really just wants to keep people safe. And honestly, I feel like she's a girl's. I'm not trying to say Huntress may be a lesbian, but she would definitely like women more than she would like men. And hey, don't come for me. She kills people, mainly men, in her lore. So, but anyways, so I put her in definitely dateable. Leatherface. So, like I said earlier, if you've seen, I think the second or third Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, Leatherface actually protects a female survivor, and he's known to be in love with her, but he doesn't know how to express that at all. And also, he's too afraid of his family to defy them, but he actually does love a woman in, I think, the third or second film. So he's definitely dateable. You just gotta be really gentle with him and get over the whole family issues. Freddy Krueger. Fuck no. Another one to the fuck no scale. Freddy Krueger is undateable. I'm sorry if there's a lot of people out there who are like, no, I love him, that's my horror icon. Unless you like pedophiles. I don't know if I can say that. I have to blur that. You know what? I'm gonna censor it. If you like kids like that, then date him. So, fuck no. I hope, honestly, I pray most of you don't. So we're putting him in the fuck no category, and he can stay under the jail. Pig! Okay, I love Pig. Not only because I play her, but I love Pig. She's definitely dateable. If you can really get behind the whole Saw is our savior and his methods are right, you got it. I mean, Amanda is still human underneath that mask, and she may have some really fucked up morals, but she is still a human girl. So if you can get behind her weird jigsaw religion, she's dateable. Okay, Clown. So Clown, I kind of had a hard time deciding because he is but a guy, you know, but a lonely guy. But I also feel like dating him would lead you to losing a couple fingers and a lot more than that. So I don't think, I might add another category just for Clown. Just to be like, it's questionable. I'll put a maybe column. Yeah, maybe. It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous risk to take. But he is still a human and would like intimacy between another person. But honestly, I'll put him in maybe. Okay, Spirit. So, Spirit, let's put ourselves in the high school scenario because Spirit was a teenager when she was murdered. So no adults, none of us of adults could date Spirit. So let's get into the high school mind. In a high school idea setting, Spirit, I believe, is very dateable. She was a very, very smart student, and she always tried her best in school. I don't know why I said that twice. But all in all, I think she was just a very average student. But in killer form, I feel as if she doesn't need love, but just companionship. And honestly, I feel like she needs more of a friend than she does need a lover. So Spirit would be put in the maybe to no, not dateable. Okay, Legion. So Legion gets a little complex because... Yes. Okay, gotta get it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Julie and Frank are already dating, and I feel as if they would kill you if you tried to ruin their relationship. Unlike Spirit and Wraith, they would absolutely butcher you alive. So those two are not dateable in any degree since they are already together. Susie has a crush on Julie, so it makes it complicated, but I feel like she could be wooed. And I feel like Joey's just there for the aesthetic, but I feel as if Susie and Joey can be dateable. They are dateable. But Frank and Julie are not dateable. Okay, so we're going to Plague. Plague is going to be in our no category, actually. I was going to say maybe she might be dateable, but I feel as if Plague would be she's way too in love with the entity, aka she's way too in love with her own religion to ever date anybody. I feel as if she would think that's a sin to dare love somebody more than her own religion. So I would have to weirdly say no. Okay, Ghostface. Now I know this is a killer a lot of people want to date. Ghostface is definitely dateable. I mean, in all the franchises, it's just a dude. It's just a dude. But unlike Michael Myers, he actually does have emotions. He's a person that isn't so far off like Michael Myers. So Ghostface, for all you freaks, he's definitely dateable. Demo, fuck no. This is a no all around. Demo is like a cute little doggy we have around. He's the pet. He's a fuck no. No. Next killer. Spirit. Spirit, I want to say, is dateable. Although it would be really freaky to date someone with hands or crow hands? What am I trying to say? I was gonna say claw hands. With crow hands, it would be very crazy. But I feel as if Spirit is not Spirit, sorry. I feel as if the artist is going to be a perfect listener, and I'm not just saying that because her tongue is cut out, but I feel as if she would be very compassionate, and she would be nice and sincere, and really just all around a listener type of girlfriend since her lack of communication. But I definitely think she's dateable as long as you can get over the whole crow hand things. Onryo! So, Onryo, I believe, is canonically 20-something. I think she's 19, so she barely passes as an adult. So, I don't think Onryo is actually dateable. Onryo, I love her to pieces. She's one of my mains. But I feel like her and Spirit would be more friends and they would be interested in lovers, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't see her as dateable. I also don't think she has any love in her body at all. Okay, we'll go on to the Oni. The Oni is a maybe in this category. I feel as if the Oni is very capable of loving other people. He's just an extremely, extremely hard person to love, but also get to love you back. I feel as if he's way more dedicated to honoring his legacy and his family and everything that stands for him. But at the same time, he does have a son, so he was able to be loved and loved. So he's definitely dateable. Alright, Deathslinger. Deathslinger is I feel like Deathslinger is definitely dateable. I mean, there's nothing really stopping the guy from loving. He's a broken soul, but so are a lot of people on this list. He's definitely dateable. Pyramid Head is next. Oh, I love Pyramid Head. Who doesn't? Doesn't have spark. Anyways, Pyramid Head, I definitely would say is in the maybe category because he's so driven. His one purpose in life is just to right the wrongs, to haunt and all that, and just basically be the Punisher, just roll up, do his job, and go to sleep for another eternity. So as much as I want to say, oh yes, he's so hot to date him, I don't think he would be. He's just so devoted to his job, and that's his one existence. So I'd have to put him in the no. Sadly, he's not dateable, women and gents. Okay, I want to go on to Blight. Blight is a fuck no. Blight is also like the Doctor. I feel as if he was once able to be loved, but is so off the rails that he's unable to. I feel as if he would use you. You would be another experiment and come out either dead or blightified, and I don't think anybody wants that. Let's go into the twins. I don't know how old the twins are, so I can't do whether they're minors. So I'm just gonna say no because I don't know exactly. Vector is definitely not dateable. That's a child. And I believe Charlotte is also a child, so no, they are not dateable. They are minors. Maybe I should just make a category for minors. It's fine. Anyways, Trickster. So Trickster is dateable. I actually agree with this. As much as, you know, it's going to be complicated dating any one of these characters. They're all serial killers. It's going to be hard. You're just going to have to get over the fact that they're serial killers, okay? But for Trickster, I feel as if you were as lunatic and crazy as he was, you two would get along swimmingly. And also, I feel as if you were a stalker for him or like a yandere for him and you were so over-attached to him and you stalked him and you were obsessed over him, I think he would like you. I'm gonna be honest. I think he would like that. Okay, Nemesis. Fuck no. Nemesis is not dateable. Get your head out of the gutter. Those tentacles are doing nothing to you. Next we have Xenomorph. No. Back in my fuck no category. Xenomorph is just not. It's like demo. We're back on the demo conversation. That's a fuck no. We're not doing Xenomorph. Okay. Next we have Cenobite. So Cenobite, I would also say fuck no. I feel as if the Cenobite or bites. Now, I'll be honest, I've never seen the Hellraiser series, so I'm a little hard to judge by character, but I definitely don't think those demons are interested in anybody other than themselves and the game. Okay, next. We have Dredge. Fuck no. Not going anywhere near that, and neither should all of you. Stay far, far, far away unless you want your soul took and not in the good, loving, passionate way. Okay, next is Wesker. So, Wesker is also I feel not dateable. As much as I'm like, oh, you know, he's human, he has to have some sort of like love in him. He is way too in love with wanting to perfect the Ouroboros to ever give a fuck about you. And I'm sorry, but that is the truth and you need to hear it. I'm sorry. We're going to the Knight. Now, Knight is so complicated because I feel as if he would be more than open to date people, but I just don't see him as a good partner. The Knight would be one of the people that I see on this list that is pretty toxic, or I feel would be pretty toxic to their love interest, but at the same time, he would be more than loyal. I feel as if he is the same case, well, not same case, but very similar to Leatherface. He'd be very clingy and loyal to you, but I don't think he would be the most nicest person in the world. But I would say, yeah, he's pretty dateable. Skull Merchant, for all you mommy fiends out there, well, I have some good news. She would definitely be dateable. There's nothing about Skull Merchant that would be apparently scary or more or less creepy. Now, I feel as if you crossed her, if she even trusted you enough to date you and you crossed her, it's game over. But I feel as if you're loyal and you're her little pup, I feel as if you two would be great for each other. Just as long as she doesn't get bored and, you know, want to turn your skull into a camera. Alright, next we have Singularity. Singularity is a fuck no. He would also rip you into shreds. There's just nothing going on with that. He is an AI that hates humans. Next question. Okay, next we have Chucky. Now I know there's a lot of people who are probably into dolls out there, and I'm not even going to question that to begin with. But what I am going to say is, weirdly enough for you, he would probably be in the maybe category. Not because, I mean, he's definitely not turned off to getting all freaky deaky with you all. I mean, have you seen the movies? He's definitely not going to be turned off by that. But he's also dating Tiffany, and I know they're very off and on relationship, but you couldn't keep those lovebirds apart even if you crossed the world. But yeah, so even though it's very maybe, and you could maybe catch him when he's out of a relationship, I feel as if he would only use you and then maybe try to kill you right after. Yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the unknown. Fuck no. I'm not even gonna go into why that's a no. Okay, I am gonna go into why that's a no. What is it? You don't know. You don't want to find out. And I promise you, it doesn't hold any capacity to love you. Next we have the Lich, or Vecna. So I don't know a lot about D&D, so I can't go really into a deep dive of would he not. I'm going to put him in probably no. Not in a mean way, but only because I don't think he's interested in something as mortal and as human as love. Next, I want to go into Dracula. Of course, he's dateable. Now, this is a very dangerous game, but coming from a little vampire like myself, I believe Dracula is very dateable. Now, this isn't my biased opinion, but come on. He loves his wife. And if you were to be his next or his perfect wife or husband, I'm sure he would love you so and through. Okay, next, I don't know a lot about this killer because I did not play her a lot or at all actually when she came out. I believe her name is Houndmaster. She's the one with the dog. I think Houndmaster is dateable, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think her dog would like anybody. So she would probably be really nice, and I mean, she would be the dominant one and hold the pants in the relationship, so as long as you're fine with that. Just don't cross the dog. It will eat you. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to my last two mains, which we have Kaneki. Ken Kaneki. Complicated. In the game, he's taken after he's tortured by Jason, so he's in a very frank state, and he becomes a really monstrous person slash ghoul after that. He starts to become a cannibal, so it's very it's hit or miss. But all in all, Kaneki, I would say, is in the maybe category, because he does end up, well, spoilers, well, I mean, who hasn't seen Tokyo Ghoul? He does end up with Toka at the very end of the series. He has a kid and he gets married and he lives the best of his life at the bitter end. So he is a very savable soul, but if he doesn't ever go back to Toka, then yeah, I feel like he's very dateable. You just have a lot of problems to deal with on your hands. Okay, last but not least for my last main, we have Springy Boy Springtrap. As much as you fanfickers would love to hear me say he's dateable, I don't think he is. I've always had that opinion about Springtrap. I don't think he's dateable in the slightest. I mean, it really depends which part we're talking about. If we're talking about regular William Afton, definitely. I mean, he had kids, he had a wife, which we've never heard about in the lore, but you know, I guess it's fine. So, in a portion, just like Oni, he has had love in his life, and he's had enough love to have kids. So, in a way, I would put him in the maybe category because he is loved. He has been loved before, and he has loved before. So, maybe, perhaps, but would you be able to be the one that comes along and actually love him through and through? I would have no idea. But just remember, at the end of the day, he does kill kids. Yeah. Just remember that. Fanfickers, remember that. Okay, lastly, I know he's not out, but we have Vecna, quote-unquote, the first, from Stranger Things. So I've never seen Stranger Things. I know, kill me with a pitchfork. But I don't think Vecna is dateable. Just like the Lich, I feel as if, since they are, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I think they're the same person, but I don't think they are. But I feel as if their priorities are exactly the same, and they would have literally no interest in you or love or anything close to mortality. Okay, that is all the killers on the franchise for now. If y'all like this video, just let me know, and I'll be happy to make more. But anyways, thank you all, and goodbye.